Hi, I'm Laura. I'm a community play specialist and I've just received our first batch of Chemo Ducks from the Huggable Duck Foundation. The Chemo Duck comes in a fantastic bag for the children with an activity pack, also a matching bandana and a port duck or a hickman line duck. Specialist, one of the ways that we'd be using the Chemo Duck is for role play with the children. So this is the port duck, and some of the things that we would role play is accessing the port with the port needle with syringes. They fit in the port access. We could talk about the feeling of the port underneath the skin. We could talk about the magic cream that we put on the port before it's accessed. We could talk about all types of treatment they have, and they can role play taking bloods from that port. They could talk about giving medications through that port. Also, all the Chemo Ducks come with a removable blood pressure cuff, so we could talk about what happens before and after the port line or the hickman line are accessed. We could talk about taking their temperature, taking their blood pressure, and we could also talk about the things they like to do while they're having their line accessed. So do they like to read a story? Do they like to play on the iPad? Do they like to watch a favourite TV programme? Is there a certain way they like to sit? Do they like to sit on mum and dad or carer's lap? Do they like to sit on their own? Do they like to sit on the bed? So this is some of the things that we can do to start role playing and discussing the thoughts and emotions around the child's treatment and procedure. The Chemo Ducks can go along to hospital with the child, and it's a great way for practitioners, nurses and doctors to open up conversations with the child, and maybe the child can do the treatment or procedure at the same time as the nurse on their Chemo Duck. They can also talk about the things that Chemo Duck doesn't like and the things that he does like during treatment. Chemo Ducks are also a great resource for children to take to school. They can show their class friends or their peers at school some of the things that they've been through. Maybe they'll show them what the hickman line looks like, or the central line, or the wigglies as we call them. They can show their peers or their friends how the line is accessed, how their blood is taken. They can talk about the bandana and the reason why Duck wears a bandana, as they may have lost their hair. It's also a great way for them to have a bit of ownership of their treatment and the treatment that they've gone through, so they can start role playing and acting out those treatments and procedures and showing their friends. Chemo Ducks are a fantastic resource for children going through oncology treatment. It's a great subject starter and it's brilliant for opening conversations between practitioners and children, and it's also a really nice cuddly toy for the child to have that may have the same port or hickman line as they do. Massive thank you to the Huggable Duck Foundation for providing us with these fantastic Chemo Ducks. Thank you.